What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm on Toxic Gaming, the Day People. Today we are here for our first place deck profile for the TCG Tournament City Games here in Frederick, Maryland. We have our first place player, Terrence, here. What did you play today, buddy?
I played Magnet Warriors.
Let's go. All right, so we're going to jump right into this deck profile. What all did you play today?
Well, first with the skill, Magnetic Attraction is just like the best skill probably for magnets. I don't really use the skill that gets you Valk to hand, where you reveal two, but I mostly use it for the search, right? If I get one magnet to hand, I can summon it and pull another one to my hand. It's just kind of awesome to get that little search. First, I run just one Valkyrion. A lot of people run two in this deck, mainly because you can, raw summon one, and then have the materials engrave. So if Delta goes to grave, you can pull out another one. I don't like two because I feel like I draw into it all the time, and it's just a dead draw.
I feel like that's correct. Whenever I was playing magnets, I kept running into the same issue of just drawing into that extra magnet, or it's a brick. It's really what it is, and you really just want to be cheating it out. So
and then sometimes like I go up against people who, who just attack directly or just don't destroy my monsters somehow.
Right.
So getting monsters to grave is even harder. So running the second one just doesn't make sense. After that, 3 copies of Delta.
The boy.
Delta is awesome. When he's summoned at all, well, normal or special summoned, you can go into your deck and send one magnet to the graveyard, which loads up the grave for him. It also combos really well with the field spell, where you can special summon one back to the field, so you can get, 2 monsters for some field advantage. What's also even really cool is if you summon him, you get his effect to send one to grave, and if you haven't used the skill yet, you can pull one to hand, which is how most people get the raw summon for Valkyrion out. After that, I run just the regular vanillas. 3 beta, he's the strongest of them all. 2 gamma and 1 alpha. These are just your support cards. I mean, the rock earth monsters that can bounce using the field spell or get you Valkyrion out when you need it. So that's it for the Magnet Warriors. After that, I run 1 Grandmark. Grandmark's really cool. Not only is it a rock monster, but it allows you to pop any sort of back row or any set monsters too, which actually helped me one turn. In one duel I had Valk on the field. My opponent only had 1 set monster with like 1,300 life points left. I was able to just tribute Valkyrion to get him out, pop their monster, and swing for game.
I feel like it's also really good because the wheel and the floodgate, both of them just got hit in the list, but I still think just having the out for those cards, it's through a tribute summon, it's still really powerful.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And actually it also helps sometimes with, like, if I don't have enough monsters in grave, I can have a magnet set, tribute summon him, put that in grave to get the final piece that I need.
That's really cool.
Yeah. After that, I run 1 block golem, which I didn't see today. But the idea here is, again, it's an earth rock monster, so it can bounce if it's attacked or attacks. The main idea is just to tribute it and get any 2 earth rock monsters from the grave, and just gain some good field advantage. After that, I run 1 Absorbing Jar.
This seems so powerful in this list.
It really is. I didn't really see it that much today, so I didn't get to see its true powers, but it's cool because, again, it's the rock synergy. And then sometimes I find if I draw into too many metaverses or field spells, even, I can flip it and get some draw power going. It's cool. Alright, and then 1 last monster is just Jinzo. He's just the 1-of from the ban list. Stops all traps. Cool card.
Very good.
Yeah.
Another tribute to get your normal pieces to the graveyard.
Exactly, yeah.
Stops the floodgates, stops the wheels.
After that is 3 Magnetic Fields, which is the bread and butter of this deck. You have to see this card. If you don't, you're going to struggle. You're going to have a hard time. What this does is, it does 2 things. 1, if you control a level 4 or lower earth rock monster, you can special summon 1 Magnet Warrior from grave, which gives you field advantage. And then its other effect is once per turn, if you battle an opponent's monster, that's not destroyed, it can bounce to hand, which helps a lot against. I ran into 2 Cyber Angels today, so it helps like a lot against Izana, Yutin, Ben 10, because they can't banish their ritual spell. It just goes back to hand. So that card is awesome. After that, just 3 Book of Moons. You know, keep it simple.
Right, the 3 of it makes sense.
Yeah, very versatile card. You can do so many different things. You know, that's all. After that, 1 creature swap. I've had times where my opponent just won't attack into my Delta, or I can't get Delta to grave to bring out Valkyrion. This allows me to do it. I can creature swap, give them Delta, hit Delta, bring out Valkyrion, and hit him again, which is usually game.
Nice. And that makes up for the main deck, right?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, really?
This is a big old 30
a big
card
pile of cards.
Yeah. After that, 1 White Elephant's Gift, which it's a good card. Yeah, it's a free draw. Free draw 2 essentially because of the skill. What is it? Field spell, Magnetic Field. I can bring back a normal monster, tribute it using this, and then draw 2 cards.
Pot of Greed. Let's go.
It's a Pot of Greed. Yeah, it's cool. And that wraps up the spells. Traps, 2 metaverses, just to make sure I see. What is the field spell? Magnetic Field, important card. 3 Wabokus, however you say it. This card's cool because if my opponent attacks me, I can activate it. The attack goes through and still bounces your monster if I have the field spell. It also just saved me against Cyber Angel a couple times. Just not being able to destroy my monsters or hit my life points directly. This card's
just
awesome.
Bounce them right to hand too on non-targeting.
Oh yeah, even if I use it
strong.
on my turn.
Yeah, it's so strong.
Yeah. 2 Wall of Disruption, which probably the best battle trap in the game, if I had to guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, this saved me against Cyber Angels because they were able to load up the field, try to swing into my smaller magnets, and I was able to put them down to 0 or close to 0. And then magnets, I can just swarm the field. And then 1 last card for the main deck, just 1 Dust Tornado, just in case, you know, some back row removal, or if I see a field spell that's bothering me, just get rid of it.
All right, nice.
And then for my side, I kept it fairly simple. 2 Shield Crush. I picked this because in the past I've run into opponents who've just been able to put stuff in defense and wait me out because I can't always bounce. I'll lose too much life points. So this just helps, so my opponent can't stall me out. 1 Offerings to the Doom, just for any sort of troublesome monsters, or if I'm trying to go for the OTK with Valkyrion, that helps a lot. 2 Mind Crush. Just helps a lot of situations. It can help against Ladybug, Cyber Angels. What's also cool about it in the Magnet deck is if you bounce a monster to hand, you know it's in their hand, which is kind of cool. Just a little side piece of it. And then lastly, 1 more Dust Tornado, just in case I need a little bit more back row removal. I have it. I think I sided it in once today. So
nice.
It's cool.
Yeah. All right. Any shout outs or anything before we end off today?
Shout out to you, Sean, Autoxin. Shout out to my man Ben, my man Cody, and the other Cody for running the store.
That's not Ben, but that's Dylan.
Dylan. Sorry. All right, that's all.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
How so